the team to deliver it. With the Bloodseeker, with the Tuskar, it's the winning combo. Snowball it into explosive action.
10 seconds remaining.
I don't think we even want to speak. Just let the crowd have it.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh my God. This is why Secret are basically one of the most popular teams out there. They will play anything, anytime, anywhere. What's at stake? It's a single elimination tournament with almost $300,000 up for grabs in the biggest stadium in Europe that we have for Dota 2. And they'll still be happy to pick up a Techies here in the grand final. They are one game up though. But still, this isn't just something that they're pulling out of their hat and saying, hey, this is just the first time. And they've done this before, Synderen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is one of their tested combos with Snowball into Suicide Squad attack, which is very powerful against particular heroes in lane that have low armor. And there are some targets in this game for them for sure. Even a hero like Dragon Knight actually has very low armor until he gets some levels.
It's gonna be wartime already. Mushi's coming up behind the back, but Zai, well, he hasn't skilled up Snowball yet. Now he will, and Kuro was sitting right behind him.
No, they don't want to fight us. They'll just let Secret go in and do what they want, because pretty much anyone they catch is just an instant kill for this duo. And better safe than sorry here, I think, is the call for Fnatic, as they will probably try to get at least one rune. Maybe they can get the top one. Clock should be able to grab that from the Bloodseeker if he times it right. And well, I'm just Techies is a weird hero, man. It's really weird. It's like,
dude, he's a controller. He's actually picked up an Orb of Venom. Orb of Venom is his first item, so he can try and play the distance game. He does no damage whatsoever. So having 4% move for speed slow is actually the best thing he gives. Top lane, Ohio, as well as Arteezy, already battling it out. And he does go for the first speed to start off with. Johnny almost also dies down the Radiant jungle, and that was the suicide from Techies roll in. So while it does show 1-0 on the kill count, it's completely incorrect. That's not first blood. That's just an attempt to kill off Undying.
Welcome to Demolition Team Simulator 2015.
Well, at
This
least
is
in
the tutorial. This is where you try out your explosives. You find out how good they are. They were not that good. So now you need to wait for 2 minutes, then you can try them again. Or you could attack heroes for 30 damage in lane. So
and 4% movement speed slow, Sind.
That's true. He's got the Orb of Venom, which is actually really, really good on Techies. It's a way for him to deal damage. So he will hit Ohio here for a little bit. He's running double rings of protection, though, against the Suicide Squad attack, actually. It's pretty funny to see this build up from Ohio. This is going to be such a clowny lane.
He knows he'll survive for now. Until Techies actually has level 2 as well, none of the players on the rest of the map for Fnatic will be worried about mines being anywhere. I do kind of watch very closely this middle lane engagement. S4 going up against Mushi, because the first thing Mushi did when he came to this lane was walk straight past S4, up to the dire side high ground, and take the last hit on the range creep. Didn't care about S4 attacking him the entire time, but he's going to have to start to care. He's expected his bottle charges, and it's going to be just a trade-off for burst damage between the two. At the same time, also on top lane, Poppy as well as Arteezy going to try and harass out this dual lane, which is really not easy. Like Queen of Pain and Dazzle, how are you even meant to win against such a lane?
Well, I think if nothing else, they should just be able to farm with the Bloodseeker. When he gets a couple of levels here, he should be able to sustain himself with Blood Rage and a little bit of Shadow Wave. Of course, with this low levels, Puppy only being level 1, so he has the Shadow Wave only. He's actually getting harassed quite a bit here by KYXY, who is now going to lay into Arteezy. But you see it there, he's level 3. He gets 137 health for last hitting a creep with level 1 Blood Rage. So as long as he gets, let's say, 2 creeps per wave, he's going to be just fine. And apart from that, S4 is dominating mid lane as expected. This is a very Storm-favored matchup. And then in the bottom lane, Tusk from Zai is out-farming Ohio too, with Kuroki just harassing him out of lane, hitting really, really hard with his Techies. And there's just no counterplay available. What are you going to do? He's got 700 range.
You're so funny, Sin.
Thank you.
6 seconds, and Kuro's got his ulti up all
really
now Johnny out to hold Johnny in position. Kuro's running in. Johnny doesn't want to be here. He doesn't have enough damage.
Okay,
He's too
not
far
boom.
away. Now he does, but Ohio's right behind him. Zai, he doesn't have mana for the shards. Then again, he can take that back. He's walking around with a mango. They lock him in the cogs. There's your explosion, Ohio. The shards will get the kill. Zai will take it out while up on top lane. KOS White blinks away from Arteezy, but is Zai out of the bushes? I don't think he is. Mushy with a haste rune, chasing him down. Zai's in trouble on bot lane, into the tree line, wants to cut through. A quick salve, and he is dead. The Dragon Knight will get revenge, but it's still technically only 1 for 1, even though the bullet says 3 for 1. Because that is 2 suicides.
Yeah, that's the risky thing about this kind of lane. If they don't snowball, no pun intended, it's going to be difficult for them to do a lot until Kuroki hits level 6. So the problem is when these Suicide Squad attack kills fail, he doesn't get any experience, right?
Oh,
so,
they're going in again. On Ohio, the shots will lock him in. There's no extra explosions apart from having that take his mine, but Ohio able to run himself away. That drops him down and he's got no consumables left. Same with Johnny. Like, the only thing that's going to keep him alive on this bottom lane is Soul Rip, which isn't bad, but it's very expensive mana cost-wise for Undying.
Yeah.
100 mana each time he goes for it.
And of course, what I think Secret they didn't play this lane until Techie's got the buff with the mine trigger time, because this is not just about Suicide Squad attack, it's the fact that landmines have such a short trigger time now, it's half a second, I think.
Oh, they're going again.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Johnny snowballed in with that mine again, and Johnny is down. Undying will take the kill. I mean, the Undying will be split across all the Seekers. The Catapult took the kill. How do you even prepare yourself for this? Like, if you're not worried about the suicide attack, you're worried about these landmines, as you said, with such a low cooldown. How do you even stay in the lane? You're always going to be able to snowball in.
I think Fnatic should have probably anticipated this laning, and maybe they could have put Quap down there, and that would have been better, because
so then you blink back behind the tower?
Yeah, you just blink behind the tower. If they try to snowball on you, you can counterplay them really hard. So that could have maybe worked, but then the question is, who would have got a lot out of the top lane? Could they actually have played a Clockwork plus Disruptor up there against Dazzle Bloodseeker? I think that's a really difficult lane. So it's a bit of a trade-off where if this bot lane was going a little bit better, they would be fine. But the problem is they're essentially right now losing all 3 lanes, I would say. So that is not looking good for Fnatic whatsoever.
2 seconds, suicides off cooldown. S4 is also playing with Mushy. He might have enough damage here if he wants to jump, but there's not enough of a mana pool really for S4 to work with just yet. Yeah, but this suicide attack's off cooldown for Kuro, which means we've got... Actually, he doesn't have the full combo though, does he? Like, you need 275 mana for this, and currently sitting at 2-3.
He's getting bottled.
Okay, now he's got a bolt. Now he's got the combo. So level 2 mine, level 2 suicide attack. All they gotta do is just get in range of Ohio, and the cogs won't protect him from that snowball.
That's the problem as well, right? With Clockwork, you're generally expecting when you're playing a dual melee lane that you can always just, or sorry, not dual melee, but Techie's technically just wants to get up in your face, right? That you can just drop the cogs and get out. But this particular lane is actually really good against him. So he has to try to find an alternative way of playing this, which I feel like just doesn't exist. Like, he has to roam, I think. If he plays this lane, it's not going to work. It's too late now to gank mid because S4 is level 7, so I don't think they can kill him. And with Quap only being level 5 in the top, I feel like this game is getting out of control, actually. 6 minutes in, Fnatic are losing heavily on their lanes. They're not getting levels of the heroes they need.
We're going again. Zai is close enough that he can actually snowball into Ohio, but actually no, Kuro backs up.
All right, out of control might be an overstatement, but it's definitely...
There they go, snowball in, the shots won't get it perfectly, the Undying Tombstone, but there goes the suicide, but it's not enough damage to kill off Ohio this time around. The shards are a little bit too short, and the damage combo wasn't there.
And the dumb thing about this is that they lose nothing.
Top lane, Mushy, Hastrun jumps in, Poppy instantly balled up, Shallow Grave can't get time for it, so the stun will work, and they just chip into the tier 1 tower on the top lane. So
can they get Arteezy though? He is really fast. Who is low on the map right now? The bottom lane for Fnatic are both very low.
Snowball in, they're going on Ohio. Actually, that's just Zai getting the hell away with Ice Shards. He's actually got Ohio trapped for the moment. But Ohio's up to level 6 and he's still fairly tanky. Arteezy. With Poppy returning to the top lane, he's considering just chipping away at him, comes in for Mushy, actually dropping him down pretty low on Arteezy. He's going to move really quickly. You cannot run away from this one. You almost have to certify, especially when S4 comes zipping himself in onto Mushy. No Vortex mana, but it's still enough to do the work. Arteezy, he's lost his Bloodthirst. They got the kill on the target they wanted. So now he's unable to have that bonus movement speed. Ohio and Johnny too far away. back in base at the moment.
It feels like Fnatic have like that's one of the strengths of playing a lineup like this. They have no experience playing against these kind of heroes and this kind of composition. So even if they've seen it before and they might have like, you know, we expect Secret might run this Techies Tusk thing and we've seen other teams play it and we think we have a plan. Even if you have a good idea, it's so much different watching from playing in this situation. It's very stressful for them, I think, right now. And they feel like they can't really find a grip in their lanes, and it's only going to get harder. So,
yep.
In my opinion, a lot is on the shoulders of Kachik in this game with the Disruptor. I think he has to get some really good storms as mid lane. Yeah, this Mushi's Dragon Knight is going to be in a lot of trouble. Might actually be able to survive this defensive TP. Absolutely not.
At the same time, up on top lane, hookshot into Cog to Barrier Assault and full Sonic Wave committal. Killed off Puppey. That's all they managed to achieve with that kill. And Fnatic, they're going to need more than a support kill for this. And in fact, Arteezy battling up against KOXY can't blink himself away, so KOXY is dead. And S4, with the TP up, grabs himself a double kill. No more mana for more zips, but this Orchid is rapidly approaching. The top tower gets denied. The Bloodseeker's fine with it. And again on bottom lane, we're going in for the ball. After Johnny, where's your punch? There it is. Suicide, not even required. The mines are now doing the work at level 3. And they get the kill on the Undying. Secret just pressuring every single point of Fnatic's nervous system.
And it's going to be tricky for them when Kuro starts hitting. He's close to level 6 actually on the Techies. That's one of the really big benefits of running a lane like this. Techies is usually a hero that's super slow at leveling up because you depend on mine kills. If you're not successful with them, you know, you could see Techies not reaching level 6 before, say, minute like 15 to 20. But when you run a dual lane like this, even though they haven't been massively successful, he's still going to get it around minute 10. And Fnatic will have to be so careful with how they move on their map. And to be honest with you, they really can't afford buying True Sight right now on any of their heroes because they've lost all the lanes. So this is a very, very big problem, and everything definitely going according to plan for Secret. Look at those last hit scores, so far ahead.
They're ripping it up, and the towers are going to start to be brought down as well. We started talking about all the power that Techies has up against heroes, throwing down mines, having explosions, but the amount of damage that these mines do to towers, and of course the cast time through of it, it's very difficult to get that fortification straight off. And again, we're seeing this similar build to what happened during our placement matches, where we get this Hand of Midas actually 2 minutes earlier than he did during the placement match on this Bloodseeker. And now, hookshot bottom lane, they go after Zai. Snowball for protection. Kuro just has to get out of here. He doesn't have enough mana, but he's caught in the edge of the storm. The Snowball will come in with a double stun, but in comes S4-2, focusing the shot to Zai. He will eventually drop. And, well, actually, there's no real revenge. Tusker buying back into the game. They want to try and fight on bottom lane. S4, there's not a lot of mana really to work with. And with this Tuskar sigil up, they're slowing everything down. It's almost that, in fact, the tower is not going to kill it off. It's down to 2 HP. There's your stuff. Snowball in. Sonic Wave going to miss. They're inside the Snowball with a Blood Right also coming in. They have to back up behind the tower, but S4's falling them down. Picks up Ohio. They've lost Queen of Pain as well. Mushy. How long can he survive? A little bit longer with that Soul Rip from Johnny, but that's not going to be much longer as Arteezy in behind the trees, killing off Johnny, moving to Mushy. It's a rampaging Secret into the minds of Techies. They were hiding in the tree line from Kuro. He'll find the kill, and they'll take that bottom tier 1 tower and the fight to boot.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of that Zai buyback. He actually bought back and ported back to the tier 1 bottom. And the only reason that worked was that Fnatic got kill hungry. They really wanted to jump Puppey and try to get an advantage in the fight, but Zai was in position to get the snowball. When the Sonic Wave whiffs entirely, that fight is just over. They cannot afford to get dodged by that, like that by the snowball. And you know, I said a lot has to come down to Kachik's play. I think he made the perfect play. His disruption, or sorry, his kinetic field static storm combination was great. He got the glimpse onto the storm as Zai in the mid gonna get jumped again. I think he might not really have a good snowball target right now.
He doesn't have a target, but he might be able to buy enough time for the rest of his teammates to arrive. The Sigil drop, the TP support's coming in, one charge and bottle charge available, and now they go for the rupture on Mushy. With the shards, they try and separate the fight too. The rest of Secret are not coming up to fight for Kuro. Well, there's a little present there, and Ohio's going to open it, and with the explosion, everybody's going to go down too. Suicidal was able to get the spill damage out to the Disruptor, kill off the Clockwork, and they thought they were getting an advantage back after pushing him back down the mid. S4's going again. He's actually going to go again. He's jumping, keeping this regeneration rune up, and then just goes on KYXY. Look for that Vortex timing. Wants to wait for the time for the blink, and this is basically the moment. Maybe you don't even need it. There's your jump up. Ball lightning up with the overload. Easy kill for S4. And that's practically Orchid.
Techies is just one of those heroes that completely changes a game. I can really feel, like, just watching how Fnatic move around the map and what they're doing, they are super frustrated. Like, they can't just play the game the way they're used to, because they have to second guess themselves every time. Like, Techies is one of the best heroes in the game when you get ahead, because the enemy team don't know where they can move and when. So it's like, it becomes like this kind of psychological warfare where you don't only play against the enemy team, you play against your own doubts the whole time. And this time they're really confident running up that cliff. They lose 2 heroes because of it. Now, for the rest of the time in this game, they will barely dare go into their own jungle. Look at them right now. Like, they're really hesitant to just walk up the staircase.
And in fact, now they're warning, hook shot up, they found Kuro. Suicide is not available, but they lock him inside the wall. This will be the death of Kuro right now. Disruptor will take it, and Puppy stunned up. They'll find both the supports here of Secret, but at the same time, the Orc could jump. KOXY, isolated on the back end, he'll die, and Puppy, the shallow grave, it won't keep him alive long enough. The Blood Riot was going to give him enough space to get back, but Mushy stuck with it. He found the kill. And Tusker, Zai, he's in pretty close here. But at the same time, they've got no vision of the high ground.
There's no way he can do this.
What, Mushy? No.
That was pretty decent for Fnatic. They went for it. They had the Sentry Ward planted in the area, so they knew they could go for the hook shot right there, and they get the Static Storm down at the right time from Kachik, so Kuro can't use Suicide Squad attack. And oh, he actually had on cooldown anyway, so there was no play there. Yeah. What was I gonna say? So they have to commit more and more money into this True Sight, and in the meantime, S4 is 6-0 on the Storm Spirit. And if you just look at the kill death score, it's not representative, because I think 4 of Kuro's deaths are suicides, so it's technically 7-14, I believe. So the lead for Secret is bigger than it just looks here.
Oh, and S4, that's with a double damage to as well to rip through a high. The Soul Red will keep him up, and S4, he's low, he's gonna get out of here! Ball lightning's away, they got the kill, it was actually Techies that managed to get it. I don't know if that was actually with a right click or not, but S4, shallow grave, is there enough time? And ball up, he does have another life for the one charge! Here comes the Sonic Wave, Kuro will commit suicide, and gets the kill on the Queen of Pain. Into the shards, they're trying to control Johnny, but it's actually Arteezy in the middle of the fight. All the movement speed in the world, Johnny is still pretty low, but he's trapped in there with Arteezy, who moves over for a double kill. S4 pulling back Clockwork. This will be a dieback for Ohio. And 6 heroes down. The price was still the buyback of S4. But you got to buy back and die back out from the Clockwork, so well worth it. And they took the tier 1 tower to boot. This may even be Roshan if they can. Do they have enough for it?
They don't have any mines there, right? It's going to take them quite a while to do that. They have no medallion, I believe. I do think Puppy is building for it. Maybe it's actually flying out. It is. So, yeah.
Yep, it's on the
courier. I guess it's time with the medallion. They should be able to do it in time.
And Zai's also finished a full Glimmer Cape. That's also over on the courier.
10,000 golden experience league minute 15. The entire map is being taken away from them, too. Like,
Fnatic are coming. They saw the fact that Roshan's being done, but then again, they may just be too late, because Roshan with -4 armor and the Sigil slowing them down, yep, they've got this. Fnatic cannot reach it in time, even with the rocket scouting and out. They'll realize that now Storm Spirit has 2 lives.
S4 is getting really, really strong. 8 kills, 1 death. Has the Orchid, has the Aegis minute 16. It feels like he can build for as aggressive items as he wants, because he will more or less always be the one to get the jump. And even if he fails, as long as Zai is in Glimmer Cape range, there is no counterplay for Fnatic. I don't think they can kill us.
Pushing it from the rear, the Smart's going to break. Into the double sword! Kuro and Zai, they're down for the count. S4 also being stunned up. 2 heroes down for Secret. Fnatic, great fight for them. They're just going to hold this advantage, and they should be able to. The Tombstone's down. Secret have no intention of coming back for this.
Yeah, they need more than those 2 kills. It's about 2,500 gold for them, so that's pretty big, but they want more. They want this tower, and if they can get the game back to even, I think they have a pretty good shot. Like, the really difficult part of the game is, after losing the laning stage, not getting completely run over until minute 25. Like, this fight is a very, very big comeback.
Arteezy coming in, Rupture, zip goes S4, chasing out the Mush, the Blood Right, perfect position. Mushy's not going to like this one, especially with the Orchid. The Soul can't keep him alive, and the Battery Cell can't hold him up either. In fact, the Orchid was used over on the Disruptor, so they found 2 for this. Ohio, no stuns, he'll be able to keep himself away to safety, but Johnny's on the run and losing armor quickly because this weave that's now on top of him. Arteezy, all the movement speed in the world to chase after, he goes down. Bloodseeker being brought down by the tower, and Johnny will survive through all of this, and in fact, Secret in a really bad position. KOX right with the Sonic Wave, the heal from Puppey. It keeps him alive for now. Shadow Grave on S4. No mana left, just tries to turn the damage into him. He'll die. There goes Regus Immortal as Techies will again blow himself up. But S4, not pushed back by the cogs. Okay, he walks into him. Now he's pushed back by the cogs. But Secret really getting aggressive up against Fnatic.
Just when I said Fnatic needed to get that tower and try to not get run over, they immediately just get engaged on like that. But they managed to come out with an even fight, I guess, all in all there. They didn't lose gold, I think, after that exchange. So
no, it was pretty
stay
level.
in it, but this is still such a big mountain to climb. And it just feels like the moment Secret take one good fight, if they get ahead in the fight, S4 will just pick more kills. And he's going to find one bottom. He's going to go on Mushi at the DB.
Yeah, Glyph's going to pull him back out, though. The damage on Mushi is enough for the Orca to trigger him.
I still think S4 is happy with this. If he saw the TP from Johnny, it's a TP rotation. He forces Mushi back to base. Kitschik gives his position away. It's a lot of information from this play that Secret can use for their next play.
Kuro, the defender of Tier 1 towers, won't let a single one go. And in fact, the double sentry walls that got planted out, he's going to get rid of. That's really costly for Fnatic. Every sentry ward is like gold up against Techies. And now it means that basically Kuro can lay as many mines as he wants to in the mid if he wants to prep them like that. But the way we normally see Kuro, he throws them down when they're required. Not that much prep into the trees.
It's pretty funny to see Techies played this way where, you know, it's so different from the norm that it's a completely different hero than the usual Techies, which is also a completely different hero from every other hero.
He's starting late. He's putting down the mines on top of the camps now. Dual Scepter will arrive for Queen of Pain shortly. It's Kuro. He is actually preparing traps. And that sentry ward is, actually I think it's just out of range.
It is.
It clips the edge of the mine but doesn't hit the middle of it, so it shouldn't reveal it. Now hookshot up, but already Kuro! Double kill on the trees! Bada bing, bada double kill. It looks too easy.
What a hero.
That's a Dota hero, Sen. That's a Dota hero.
Are you sure?
I
feel like I'm watching another game.
I'm watching a terrific game. For any troll that is out there, this is your style of game. And after this match as well, Techie's pick rate inside all matchmaking games is going to go up by at least 15%. You're hearing this unconfirmed stat here first.
Do you want a spoiler?
What's the spoiler, Sint?
They will not have this success rate.
Probably not. Not unless they're Kuro. He really does play this well. And it's the combination with Zai. They've just got this down pat. And it's not always just going in for snowball or suicide attacks. Like that was only the first couple of kills because you just realize how much damage you can do with the very early burst combination of damage between the two of them. What makes it even better is the fact that Kuro, he's one of the, I want to say oldest players, but he's been around, he's one of the veterans of the scene. And he just can read the play so well. Not Zai, Glimmer Cape, that Sentry Walk can still see him. Hook shot up, Mushi gonna be on the back room with the sun. Zai needs more space here. 9-1 charge will not be able to keep him alive. He'll accept his fate and die. But yeah, Kuro can really predict play very, very well. So he knows where Fnatic is gonna want to go next. And he just prepares for that position. Well, he can't say the tier 1 in mid. His days are over.
Well, he didn't predict that.
I think even if he did, he realized he cannot stop it. Because there's no way you really want to push into a tower, well, actually, without dropping a sentry ward, which they actually didn't do. But they had an observer ward up, so they knew that he wasn't prepping any mines.
Now, here's the challenge for Fnatic is, all right, they spot him with a rocket. They have a really good idea of their mines there. I think what they need to do is they need to buy a gem, and then they have to scout with rocket before they go up every single high ground, so they don't, or like every single like tight spot where there might be mines, they have to play super safe. But I think the gem is the way back into this game. It's the general counter against techies in pub games, and it is also the counter to techies in competitive, where the problem they've had so far in this game is that I think they feel like no one can afford it, but you know, Disruptor will have to be all right with having Tranquil, Boots, and Wand as his only items, because they will definitely need that item in the next few.
There might be another issue too, the fact that they're running 3 melee heroes on Fnatic. who really has the attack range to bring down these big kegs without taking the spill damage? I'm assuming Disruptor will be fine with that.
Queen of Pain is okay too. Dragon Form? If he's in it already, you don't want to pop Dragon Form to destroy remotes generally, but
Yep.
he's actually standing on top 1 right now.
Oh, but if they
I guess Kuro will steal the big centaur. Nope. Right, keeps it secret for now.
I was actually wondering if they're waiting for like just the right time to snowball in, pop the mine, pop off the explosion, and then you would be able to kill off Mushy.
Like if you're watching, all right, if you're watching Dota 2 for the first time ever, and you look at like a guy running around placing mine like this, you're like, oh, that's why they're called Team Secrets. Like, you actually have no idea what you can do on the map right now. They're just playing in the shadows. It's like, you can relate to this a lot more if you've played other games than if you've only played Dota.
His trap may actually work. He's got 3 mines on the right. The smoke's not breaking. Kuro is actually too far to the left. The smoke has not broken. So Fnatic will be able to go for a bit of a loop-de-loop. And now they'll come in. Remember, this nighttime vision is pretty bad, and Zai blinks himself up. Mushy already triggered Dragon Form, and they're coming down to the tier 2 tower, but you got Puppey TPing out from the trees, going all the way back to base. They have no desire to fight this, but at the same time, they're really happy.
With every failed smoke gank, I think they're definitely not happy. Like, I mean, one way you dodge a bullet, but on the other hand, it's your way back into the game. You have to, these ganks have to result in 1 or 2 kills. Actually, 1 kill is not even sufficient. It needs to result in 2 or more, because they've got to have the feeling that Secret's just flat out farming them, and that they're going to play a similar game to last game where you're just going to spread the map. This time it's going to be a Storm Spirit instead of the Quap for S4. Arteezy on the Bloodseeker with Shadowblade and BKB can just farm away, not really scared of getting ganked since BKB has been the first item picked up by Mushy. So the lanes will always be in Secret's favor, and Roshan is just theirs to claim whenever it spawns, because once again, Fnatic don't know if they can go there. Did they buy a gem yet?
They can't go. No, they bought 2 Sentry Wars and an Observer 30 seconds ago. That's their only detection. But Kuro is literally making Fort Kegger right now on top of this hillside. No one wants to walk up there. And they can't get close enough to kill off, like, to even contest Roshan. S4 now gets Nagus Immortal. This is the second gone uncontested. And you actually ask yourself now, how is Fnatic meant to even enter their own jungle?
With a gem. There we go.
But even if you got a gem, you need to get high ground vision up here.
They've got Rocket.
Yeah, they have Rocket.
I mean, they still need to gather up around it, but
yeah, you can get snowballed out. You can, like, the second you drop low too, then Arteezy's got the like max movement speed.
It is not a safe play, but it's the only play. So you're kind of forced to do this.
And this could be a good play. S4 he goes for the disruptor, but you got the blink deck now on Mushy jumping in on S4 with the tombstone down. S4 doesn't really have a lot of mana here. He does, however, have 1 a courier kill and 2 an Aegis to the Immortal. So they find themselves a kill. They try and drag them back up to the mines, and now Walrus punch up with the shots. They isolate Ohio, protect him inside the snowball. The Cox might go down, and now they come out. They're so low with the Shadow Wave damage. They kill up Clockwork. S4 still alive. Remember, he's got Aegis Immortal. Kuro glimmercates himself away, essentially on 22 life. Now they blink scream in, but you're approaching death, Mushy. The BKB, half a second, it's gonna go, and boom! 4 heroes down, about to be 5. Johnny Orkin, if the snowball comes in, it's all 5 dead. Disruptor, this fight's gone so long, or he's just so level, he's already respawned. And they drop the gem of true sight.
Now they just need to hold for another, how many minutes?
How can you hold?
They can get a gem in 9 minutes.
You are Mr. Optimus, Syndra.
Well, like I said, they have to try to make that play. I think the fact that it fails, they just got outplayed there, but they did the right thing. Like, they should have moved differently, they should not have fallen for the bait, and they had to have the gem walking with them. They fell into the trap of having Undying pull back, and he was the one with the gem, and everyone else chased for the kill. So if he's there, they don't go for that chase, and instead they just end up losing 5 heroes again, I think. That was the entire team that got wiped, right?
Yes, it was.
It definitely was, so...
It was a 5 for Kuro, and he actually died. But it also showed the frustration of Fnatic that you blink both your DK and your Queen of Pain over to kill the techies during the fight. And now Arteezy, maybe a little bit of trouble as Mushy blinks in on him. Movement speed, well, okay, he's got Shadowblade. And he's actually finished up the full Silver's Edge. This DK has just gotten a hell of a lot weaker.
Yeah, you can remove the full Dragon's Blood with Break. It's essentially a minus 12 armor in that case for the duration of the Silver Edge attack. So It's definitely going to be very useful against him. There's nothing else that you can break in this game, I think, right? Absolutely nothing. Of course, the damage reduction will always go to any hero, but it's pretty much it. Yeah, there's no other passives, so.
The mine just gets planted again after he steals the creep. There's just nowhere the Fnatic can feel free to do what they want. Now, maybe in the middle lane, hook shot down on the side, but Snowball, well, that's actually on cooldown, but they'll still commit the ultimate in from the Disruptor. But here comes S4 with the right. They're going to try and glimpse him straight back out again. But the damage has already been done to the Undying. Old Puppy is solo killing a Disruptor on the sidelines. You got the rest of them on the front lines taking killing off the track at night. And Queen of Pain also not healthy on S4. Slices him too with Ball Lightning. From one side of the river to the other, now up to 10 Bloodstone charges after only just purchasing this. The Clockwork is the only sole survivor for Fnatic. And with Techie still alive, the pushing power into this tower is so big. Just watch the pop from the mines. You can work through building so quickly, not to mention the spill damage will hit both range and melee racks if you place it right.
Absolutely no buybacks on the Radiant side. They should definitely be able to get the tier 3 here. They're not going to be scared, even if there were buybacks. I'm not sure Secret even need to be nervous about taking this fight. Kuro will be taking out the tower very soon. Good timing in the glyph here from Fnatic. We'll delay it as much as they can. It's still 15 seconds. Arteezy is hitting very, very hard and fast with this Blood Rage.
Look at Kuro's prep already. He's putting kegs on the back lines as well as stasis traps. So if Fnatic do try and chase them out to get these runaway kills, then Kuro's just going to punish him. Hook shot in from Ohio, and maybe now they have enough damage, but no, Arteezy forced off down the cogs. They'll run back. Remember that one keg is still there, Mush is sitting on top of it. But where's your damage? S4 pulled back, orchid up. Shallow Grave will buy protection, which means he's got jump ball time away to safety with the TP. Another Sonic Wave reaches in from KYXY. S4 will drop, but it's a trap. They're in on KYXY. Double keggers. Do they want to throw it down? Not the ball's coming in. No. Oh my! Triple kill for Koro! Mistakes were made and traps were triggered. And now even Mushy locked inside an icy prison of shards. And he will go down. He wants at least a kill on me. He can't get anything. GG! 30 minutes. Fnatic have been 2-0 out by Secret Techie's wonderful combo, wonderful play, and smiles all round.
Oh, that is just like, those kind of strategies are just, it's such a strange